Mic check. I can hear it loud and clear. Okay.
Obviously disappointed. Ton of credit to Clemson. Good football team. Thought they rebounded well. We unfortunately didn't. There's some good things out there that we did, but too many mistakes, untimely penalties, dropped balls, busted calls defensively, turnovers. You can't beat a good team making the mistakes that we made this evening. Unbelievable environment, great fans, sellout, a ton of recruits here. The blocked field goal returned for a touchdown gives us the lead, and there's some good things we did. There certainly is, but we got to clean some things up. We have to get healthy. We got to be at our best. We got 2-game season left. We got an open date to get some guys back, get them feeling good, give us the best chance. I'll take some questions.
Brent, Clemson had given up some rushing yards this year. You had 4 tailback carries in this game, 40 yards total. Was it something they were doing defensively? They kind of took that out of the game, or was it a game plan by you with Tootin limited that you wanted to go away from the run?
Obviously Bashaw was limited. I'm proud of him for giving his best effort. We had a game plan that made sense for the situation we were in. And I give them credit up front. They got a salty front. But obviously Bashaw goes down, and Malachi wasn't able to play. So the game plan is what it was.
Brent, first, do you have an update on Gabe Williams?
I don't at this point. Gabe's worked really hard, getting an opportunity to play a little bit down the stretch here. Unfortunate. Obviously, the team supports him and is thinking about him right now. I'm sure I'll get an update later this evening.
Back to the offense. Did Kyron look like himself out there? Because it didn't seem like he was sometimes hesitant in what reads he wanted to make at times. And did it seem like he was back to himself or not like himself?
He's certainly, neither one of those quarterbacks are healthy right now. But I thought he managed the game pretty well. Made some runs, made some throws. We dropped too many for Schlee and for Kyron. Kyron's tough and was able to practice, a bunch this week, not in its entirety, but I thought for the most part, at least, you look at the Georgia Tech game and what he was able to do there, and he was at least to that point, maybe a little better.
Back of the room, Eric. Coach, you listed a laundry list of things that obviously went wrong that could have went better, but could you have asked for more from your defense at halftime? I mean, not only with the lead, but also kept those guys off the board and were getting some pressure to the quarterback?
Yeah, I thought they gave us a chance. They allowed us to hang in there and kept it a low-scoring game, which gives us a chance. Even down the stretch right there, I'm telling the offensive group, it's just one score. It's 21-7. We need one score, to get this thing back where we want it. You need a play, a big play on either side of the ball to kind of turn it. Yeah.
David, to you, and then David coming up.
Brent, did you feel like a pivotal sequence was when Jenkins got the strip sack, you couldn't pounce on it, and then 2 plays later, Delane can't wrap him up, and he gets a wide open touchdown pass?
Yeah, turning point for sure, David. We got an opportunity right there, first of all, for the sack. I mean, credit to their quarterback. He's tough. He can run, but he's also strong. He's tough. We don't get him on the ground, but we come out of coverage. Sometimes those guys elude the sack. You got to stay disciplined in your coverage. We made it too easy for him right there.
You mentioned the field goal return. I mean, that kind of gave you guys a spark early. What did you see of Keyshawn's block, and what did you think of the way Quentin handled it, and what kind of boost did that give you guys early, and what did you like about how kind of the defense gave you a cushion there?
Yeah, I thought it was obviously a good play. We've worked hard at that. They've had some issues. We wanted to see if we couldn't capitalize on it. And fortunately, we were able to. I was hoping we'd get another one down the stretch right there. That was a message to the group. But I thought Quentin, for a true freshman, the ball came right to him. It's hard not to, it's hard to peter that one. You want to just take it and do what you can with it. And he got outside, which was a great move on his part, and showed his speed and range. And also there were some blocks made on that play.
Second row, Steve.
Talk about the bye week coming up here. Last time you had the bye, kind of a little bit more of a high. Do you have a plan in your mind right now how you want to take on these first few days?
Yeah, we do. We've mapped it out pretty good. And it'll be good for us. It's coming at the right time. As I mentioned, get some guys healthy, clean some things up. We'll maximize it. Get some developmental work, some scrimmages Tuesday and Wednesday for some of those young guys that haven't gotten to play a bunch. You go back and you self-scout, you look at things that are consistently showing up, and you spend time and invest in some of your weaknesses, see if you can't get over, get some things cleaned up.
Brent, you guys had your lowest yards and yards per play since the Louisville game last year. What was Clemson able to do or your offense unable to do tonight against, obviously, a stout Clemson defense?
Yeah, again, I think not being able to run the ball and gives us some manageable third downs, that's a challenge, and it's been a challenge for us. And there's a couple of times we had a chance to convert, and there's a drop, or a penalty, I believe, on one of them. But we got to be able to run the ball. There's not a lot of teams out there that can have a high percentage of success on 3rd and 7+. We got to get some 3rd and shorts and 3rd and mediums and give us a chance to sustain drives. We didn't do that tonight.
Brent, third quarter is the only quarter this year you have a negative point differential, 14-0 tonight. Any theories of why that's been a struggle this year, and is it disappointing coming out of the half like that?
Yeah, I think it's something we have to look at. I think it's fair you bring it up. We've got the same halftime plan we've had. We've been good at times coming out of the locker room, and obviously they took the ball and drove down the field and got some momentum going on their side. But as coaches and players, you make some adjustments. You talk through things. With these iPads nowadays, you're doing a lot more on the sideline as the game unfolds after each and every series. There's not as much, hidden things that you're not aware of. But we'll certainly take a look at that as well.
Brent, your defense, 4 sacks. Clemson had only allowed 8 through the first 8 games. What did you like about the pass rush when you were able to get home?
Yeah, I thought we were teeing off pretty good. We had some coverage change-ups that bought us a little bit of time. They got 4 or 5 starters back on the offensive line. They're a big, good-looking group, very experienced, and a quarterback that's elusive. I thought the pass rush was one of those things that gave us a chance and allowed us to be in the game tonight.
Any other questions for Coach? Last one, Tim.
Brent, obviously you guys 5-5. I know that wasn't necessarily where you expected to be at this point of the season. How much frustration is there to be at this point, and what does the focus look like going to the bye with Duke and Virginia looming?
Yeah, I think obviously the goal here at Virginia Tech is always going to be to get to the championship game. We've clearly fallen short, but there's a lot of things that our group can be proud of. And, we talk about finishing and needing to be better there. We have a great opportunity to do that. We've got an open date to clean things up, to get healthy. Got 2 good opponents left. Let's get to postseason play. Let's continue to try and be the team that we can be. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Gentlemen, questions for Jalen?
Jalen, the first half defense, I don't think you guys could have asked for any better performance. What did you guys do well in the first half to keep them off the scoreboard?
I feel like we attacked them. Like, we didn't let them come out and determine how the game was going to be played. Like, we came ready to attack them and make them adjust to us.
The third quarter this season, seems like the last few weeks, teams have been able to make adjustments and come out and execute. What's been different in the third quarter for you guys versus, earlier in the year when you guys were able to make some stops?
I'm not really sure. That's a tough question. I feel like we just gotta stay focused, stay locked in, don't get too high, and just come ready to play in the third.
Other questions for Jalen? Jalen, what was your vantage point of Quentin's block field goal return? How did you think he handled it for a true freshman?
He handled it amazing, like better than I did. Y'all see, I had the same opportunity last week, and he went and scored it. Like Q, he's going to be a great player. Like I'm proud of him, proud of his growth, proud of the way he works, practices, and he's going to be a great player.
I know it was kind of asked, but for the defense to get 4 sacks early, I mean, what did the momentum feel like for you guys kind of going into that locker room at halftime?
We felt good, but we knew, like, we've been in this situation before. Like, we came out, played lights out for the most part in the first half. It's like we knew it. We talked about it coming to the locker room. Like, we got to get ready to go finish, and we didn't.
Jalen, this is the 5th straight game where you guys have not allowed a touchdown in the first half. Why has this defense been able to be so successful coming out the gates in the first 30 minutes of games?
It's just our mindset and the way we practice. Like, we practice hard, and we come out like we know that we have to be a stout defense. Like, that's Virginia Tech football. That's who we are, and we try to live up to that standard.
I know obviously 5-5 is probably not where this program was hoping to be at this point in the season, but how do you guys kind of rally to try to push for a bowl and finish the season well?
We just got to stay close, lean on each other, keep the brotherhood, and just come ready to work tomorrow and get ready for the next opponent.
Other questions for Jalen? Good. Thanks, Jalen.
Thank you.
We'll go to breakouts. About Keontae here.